is the larger your repertoire gets, the more moves you know. The more moves you know, the more you have to spend time refining, honing, and keeping up with them. So, like, to me, there's this whole use it or lose it. If you started out with these moves and then you add these moves, then you start focusing on these moves, you kind of lose these moves. I mean, you'll have them at a base level, but you won't necessarily have them at performance level or peak level. And the more moves you have, the harder it is to keep up. It's like you'd have to be practicing 24 hours a day at a certain point in time for all the moves that are possible. Well, I mean, I think, well, I would. Other people are gods. I am not. For me to maintain at performance level every single move that I've ever tried, I don't have enough time in my day. I couldn't run my business. Here's a great example. We were just talking about that 4-pedal hybrid. If I know one hybrid, it doesn't really matter how many hybrids I know from a performance perspective. I don't need to know every single version of it. So I could do this one well, right? And I could even do this one in the turnaround well enough to get the turnaround, but maybe not do the underhand portion of it well. But I don't need to. But when I'm teaching, I might need to know every single piece of it in order to teach all the different directions. One of my philosophies as a teacher is don't let my preferences become your limitations. Just because I like it one way doesn't mean you will. And I don't want to presume to know what your experience is. And like the difference between a righty and a lefty, you may prefer exactly the opposite that I do as a lefty because I'm a righty. I feel like I need to be able to teach it in every direction, but they're not necessarily all performance ready, if that makes sense.